Vision Builder Tour at their booth. If you are just joining on, my name's Bill Plord, and on behalf of Southern States Machinery, Mid-Atlantic Machinery, and Northeast Machinery Sales, we welcome you to day 2 of our eFab Expo. And let's get right to it. I wanted to introduce some great partners of ours at Flow Waterjet. Everyone's heard of Flow Waterjet, but the world leader in CNC waterjet machines. We are fortunate enough to have both showrooms in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania at Mid-Atlantic and at Southern States Machinery in Mooresville, North Carolina, machines on hand. I believe that's where Jody and Eric are right now, up in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. And I will hand it off to Jody Blyman and Eric Marciniak.
Thank you so much for joining us today. We really appreciate it. We at Flow feel terribly that we don't have the opportunity this year to meet you face-to-face in Chicago or Las Vegas for IMTS and FabTech. It's something that we look forward to all year round, the opportunity to learn more about what you're doing in your shops, and the opportunity to show our machines and showcase the new technology and innovations that we're continuously coming out with here at Flow. Some of the things that we're most proud of at Flow. First of all, I'm Jody Blyman, the Regional Business Manager here in the Northeast. Thank you for joining us today. Along with me in person is Eric Marciniak, our Application Specialist, also in the Northeast. Eric's up out of Buffalo. I am down out of Long Island, and we cover this territory together along with Mid-Atlantic Machineries here in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. So some of what we're very, very proud of at Flow is our technology, being the inventor, the world leader, and an innovator in waterjet. Whether you're talking about pump options, direct drive, intensifier, we're proud to be the only supplier who can offer both those technologies because we invented both. So whether you're looking for low-cost solutions with our legacy direct drive, which is superior to any other direct drive in the industry, or if you're looking to cut, improve your cycle times, cut faster, reduce your operating cost with a higher pressure, 87,000 PSI intensifier pump. We're the only supplier who can offer the full range of options from 30 horse, 50 horse, up to 150, 200 horsepower, whatever you need for your application. Or if you're talking about the cutting heads, if you're talking about 5-axis solutions, again, we are leading the way with our Dynamic XD cutting head, offering up to 60 degrees and beyond cutting angles with the fastest cycle times and the best accuracy of any supplier. We also have a low-cost 5-axis solution, our Pivot Plus, on our Mach 200, which is comparable to the other competitors out there, but to go to the next level above and beyond what anybody else could offer, we have features like our Dynamic XD. So it's our technology, it's the construction of our machines, the structural integrity. All of our equipment are built with all steel infrastructure. Whether you're talking about our entry-level machine, our Mach 100, which we're going to show you here in a little bit, which is, again, our lowest cost option, starting in a 4x4, still built to the highest quality of our more advanced machines, with the all-steel infrastructure, with the ball screw drives, with top-of-the-line components. The difference at Flow between our low-level machines and our higher-level units, like our Mach 500 or NanoJet, is really in our features and performance. It's not in the structural integrity. All of our machines are built to last 15-plus years and maintain their accuracy. And then it's our service and support, which really we feel separates us from all of our competitors out there. All of our service technicians are regionalized. So everyone in the Southeast, everyone in the Northeast, Midwest, West, whatever region you're in, has a team of technicians locally. Here in the Northeast, we have 11 technicians, all under the guidance of a regional service manager who is also located in this territory, which means that you're going to be seeing the same techs over and over again, and we're going to be able to get into your shop when you need us. And whether if you're on one of our preventative maintenance plans, which has us in on a scheduled basis, or if you're calling in for support with our 24/7 phone service line, or going through our Flow app, as directly communicating us right through your phone, or right through the console at the Flow computer, using a team viewer where we can come right into the machine and help you diagnose any issues. Flow is there and will be there when you need us. So that's really what we're proud of, and these are kind of the talking points that we would hit you with if you were walking past our booth in Chicago or in Las Vegas. And this presentation today is going to be more of a trade show format. We've done a lot of these presentations during the pandemic and the shutdown and the lockdowns. Even though we're still out there traveling, we're also trying to touch our customers and trying to substitute for some of these shows. So this is going to be a little more fast-paced than some of the presentations maybe you've sat through in the past from Flow or Mid-Atlantic or from some of our competitors. We're not going to dump a whole lot of slides and data on you. We want to show you the machines, show you what makes them special and the features, allow you to ask questions, and then set up appointments for us to talk specifically about how we can help you. So to get started, we want to show you a little bit about our Mach 100, which is our entry-level machine. Again, started in a 4x4 cuttable area, going up to a 6x10, 6x12, and beyond. It's a great machine. It's a workhorse machine, and let's take a look at that. Offers easy unloading and unloading from 3 sides. The Mach 100 offers up to 7 inches of cut capability, so any material up to 7-inch thick, whether that's glass, stone, steel, composites. You're not limited by the machine type to the materials you can cut. This machine also offers up to 60,000 PSI pumps, either in a direct drive or an intensifier, 30 and 50 horse and additional options as well. All, again, with that all-steel infrastructure. There you can see our 900-pound continuous fill hopper. This allows you to add abrasive at any point, even when the machine is cutting. It's a dual-stage hopper, so that the top stage is not pressurized. You have top-of-the-line components, Yaskawa drives, self-lubricating for the ball screws, for ease of maintenance. This is an all-purpose workhorse machine, offering tolerances between 5 and 10 thou. Rapid traverse of about 400 inches per minute. Again, this machine will do a lot and a very competitive or affordable price tag. The machine that we're looking at here is that 4x4 cuttable area. The machine footprint is a little larger than that, but the same machine is available in 6x10 and 6x12 cuttable areas as well. You can get this machine for water-only applications. You can get it with the vacuum assist. Many features are available and can do a lot in a small space. And so this is our front end offering, our entry-level option at Flow. Additional machines include our Mach 200, which is very similar in style to this Mach 100, but offers that 5-axis bevel cutting, weld prep, simple angle cutting solutions. And then we go up through our Mach 500 and Mach 700, and even our advanced NanoJet machine, which offers tolerances down to 4/10, extremely precise, and a fully enclosed system. So again, much like at a trade show, you're walking in our booth, we would have all of our machines set up for you to look at. That would be the quick look at our Mach 100. And now we're going to transition back to Duncan down in the south to introduce one of our more advanced machines with our Mach 500. Take it away, Dunk.
Thank you, Jody. What we're going to do now is we have a Mach 500 machine in our showroom, in the Southern States showroom in Mooresville, North Carolina. And one of their top salesmen, Paul Buckshorn, is going to take you through the machine and describe the features of our flagship machine. This machine is really the gold standard for water jet cutting, and it has all the features. We've designed this machine basically from the nozzle up. So everything that this machine is designed around the cutting head and the cutting process. So with that, I'm going to let Paul walk you through the machine. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Paul Buckshorn with Southern States Machinery. Welcome to our Mooresville, North Carolina showroom. Today we're going to do a walk around on the Flow Mach 500 water jet, premier model of Flow's portfolio of high-pressure water jet cutting systems. So let's get started. The most obvious thing you'll notice is the heavy-duty all-steel construction, which is up to 3 times heavier than competitive water jets. This catcher tank is separate from the critical drive components. So loading and unloading this tank in a real-world environment will have no effect on the accuracy of this machine because this tank is separate. The water coming through the jet stream is up to 200 degrees Fahrenheit, which can cause this water to heat rapidly, which could translate to vibration and heat in the tank, but again, it affects no effect on this machine because this tank is separate. And your operators will love this. Toe kick blade relief, where you can load and unload very ergonomically and safely versus having to bend over the machine. Let's talk about what makes a flow water jet so unique. You're going to pull back the heavy-duty bellows to expose the THK ball screw and linear rails that are all on machine surfaces. Notice flow turns the nut and not the screw. This provides higher acceleration and no ball screw vibration. Flow uses matched Yaskawa 7 drives and motors with EtherCAT communication. This makes for a clean, responsive, and reliable system. This gantry is just as heavy-duty as the tank, welded and thermally stress relieved for 24 hours. And all critical surfaces are machined in one setup. What you see in front of you is the heart of any water jet, the pump. All of Flow's pumps are designed and manufactured in Baxter Springs, Kansas. In fact, Flow employs more Americans than any other water jet company. Flow offers both direct drive and intensifier pump technology. They offer the most diverse pump line, horsepowers from 30 to 250, and pressures from 40,000 to 100,000 psi. These pumps are proven reliable in 24/7 operations all over the world and are purposely designed to provide the fastest cutting speeds at the lowest cost per part. This pump is a 94,000 psi 50 horsepower intensifier, which has become the industry standard. This generates a jet stream with higher power density than 60,000 psi pumps. The result is higher cutting speeds with 30% less abrasive usage. Remember, with any water jet, 70% of your operating cost is abrasive. Let us show you the difference between 60,000 psi and 94,000 psi in a real-world cutting application. This 900-pound capacity garnet abrasive hopper is standard on the Mach 500. It will provide more than one shift of continuous cutting, but it can be filled while running, so there is no need to stop the machine. And it has a sensor that will beep to alert the operator when it's getting low. How a water jet works is we take the high-pressure water from the pump and run it through high-pressure tubing to the cutting head. Flow's single-piece whip minimizes pressure drop versus systems with multiple swivel connections. The abrasive is fed to Flow's mini hopper, which precisely meters the flow of abrasive to the cutting head. This machine features Flow's patented dynamic XD cutting head. It cuts up to 60 degrees with full taper compensation, and even higher angles are achievable. This allows you to cut precisely accurate parts top to bottom at any cutting speed, and this is important. Flow can do this at any cutting speed. Other cutting heads from water-only, conventional, or dynamic taper comp are available from Flow. The only consumables on this head are the mixing tube and the orifice. The machine has a 12-inch Z-axis, optional to 24 inches, and the Z-axis is also driven by a THK ball screw and Yaskawa drive. Flow machines are available with a powerful suite of software that can open virtually any file, 2D or 3D. Let me introduce Aaron Ellis, one of our application engineers with Southern States Machinery. Aaron is going to show how simple the process of art to part can be.
So basically what you have here is the model that has been imported, and as you can see, these are drafted features inside these holes that give you that angularity that we're looking for in this part. So right now what we're going to do is we're going to sequence this, and basically I'm going to select a path, and here it's already automatically identified all the cutting surfaces throughout the model's geometry. And then I'm going to hit the checkbox. And as you can see, I now have automatic lead-ins and lead-outs and a part sequence that's been identified with this. I can export a 3D ORD file that can be run at the control. Name this test, and we're ready to cut. All right, now you can see that this is our imported 3D ORD file that we just exported out of Flow Expert. The material is at 3/8 of an inch thick, and we're going to select our material type, which is aluminum. And we're going to select that material, and we are good to go. We're going to do a quick simulation just to verify. And it is exactly like we did in Flow Expert. And then we're going to go and run the part. Turn the pump
Thank you. And now we're going to show you some videos that were cut in our applications lab in Kent, Washington at our Flow Technology Center by Michael Albert, who's our supervisor of the lab. And I think Eric's going to walk us through these videos. Take it away, Eric.
All right, awesome. Thank you, Duncan. Let's jump right into the 3 videos of our flow cutting head technology in action. All right, so here we have our 3 flow cutting heads. Going from left to right, we have our conventional, our dynamic XD just cutting a 2D part with dynamic, and then our dynamic XD cutting a full 3D part. So let's talk about the conventional cutting head first. So the conventional water jet cutting head from Flow is just a standard 2D cutting head. So it's straight up and down, it's fixed. There is no motors angling that cutting head. So this cutting head would be great for rough cutting or any sort of very thin material. So it's the original way that the water jet technology started, and Flow has advanced from there. So the next cutting head in the middle is going to be our dynamic XD, as I mentioned, cutting a dynamic 2D part. So dynamic means that you're eliminating the taper on the part, so you get that perfect perpendicularity from top to bottom. You get that nice straight edge. Also with the dynamic cutting, you cut 2 to 4 times faster than the conventional cutting head. So this can, obviously decrease your cycle time and increase your work production. And then the last video here, all the way on the right, you see our dynamic XD cutting a full 3D part. As it's going around the corners, you can see how it's angling. And if you were able to catch in the beginning, it was angled up to 60 degrees. So the dynamic cutting head can angle up to 60 degrees for true 3D cutting. This can be great for countersinks, bevels, chamfers. It just really opens up the possibilities for what you can cut with a water jet machine. And then if you go back to the left of the screen, the conventional cutting head is just finishing up his cut due to it's not as fast as a dynamic cutting head. So really neat demonstration to show all 3 cutting heads side by side in action to really visualize the differences between that. So really, really neat there. I really like that video. So from there, I believe Jody has a few things to mention about some promos for the end of the year.
Great, Eric. Thank you very much. So again, much like at a trade show, there are trade show deals to be had. Just because we can't be together in Chicago eating deep dish pizza and big steaks, there's still opportunities for cost savings to get great deals on machines before the end of the year. We have new machines in process and in stock available today. Contact any one of us on this call or your local regional salespeople to let us know how we can help. We can help with trade-in deals, a lot of opportunities for cost savings. In particular, we have this machine here at Mid-Atlantic Machinery here in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, one of our partners here at Flow. They also stock parts, so they can help you with your aftermarket and parts and spare parts requirements. But this machine's been on their floor for only a few months. It's a 5x10 12-inch cut capability with a 94,000 PSI pump, the 900-pound hopper. It's the Mach 300, 3015, so 5x10 machine, offering 12-inch cut capability. Very few hours on the pump. We would sell this machine. It lists with everything that's attached to it and included with it today, just under $300,000, $299,000. We'd be offering a 10% trade show discount along with free shipping for anyone who could come in with an executable order before the end of this year. So we still have a few short weeks left before Christmas. I know my kids have their lists together already, but we still have a few weeks. Contact any one of us. Let us know how we can help. And also, I believe Duncan down in Southern States also has some opportunities for deals and cost savings that he wants to talk to as well.
Yes, we do. We actually have that Mach 500 3020 XD machine with a 50 horsepower 94K pump. And that's also available with a 10% discount and shipping. So again, give us a call if you have some interest by the end of the year. Take care. Thank you.
All right, well, thank you, Jody, Eric, and Duncan for that. We are going to take some questions right now. So it looks like the first one we have is, besides the option of moving the cutting head using the keyboard, do you have an option to control them using a handheld pendant?
Absolutely. So 100%, there is a standard available option on our machines for exactly that, for a remote handheld pendant to allow your operator to walk back and forth, especially on some of the larger machines. That comes in handy and is valuable. So it's not very expensive, and it is available for sure.
All right, next we have, why choose a water jet over other types of machines?
Get this question almost on every sales call that we go to for a new water jet user or someone exploring the world of water jet. So water jet is a complementary process in your shop. So laser, plasma, all have their sweet spots. The advantages that water jet brings primarily are two things, I think, two big factors. The fact that there's no heat effect. It's a no heat process. So when you're cutting with a water jet machine, you could take parts right off the machine and they could be finished parts. When you look at laser or look at plasma, those are both burning processes. So when you take parts off, you could have heat effect. HAZ has a heat affected zone that require secondary processes, which again, so it's additional setup, it's additional machining time that you won't see with a water jet, which is really more of an erosion process. It's the water and the abrasive eroding the material rather than burning or cutting. And then secondly, and this is probably the biggest practical reason, versatility. So the water jet has the ability to cut any material and any thickness. The only limitation I've seen in my experience has been tempered glass. It's the only material I've seen us struggle to cut, but I have customers cutting 14-inch glass. We have customers cutting Inconel, titanium, brass, plastic, wood, all on the same machine with no real change in the setup needed. It's really all done in the software. So it's the versatility, it's the no heat effect, and the fact that I also even add in that water jet is a green process. So it's environmentally friendly, sound. Your used abrasive can go right to your dump, and the water can go right to drain, unless, of course, you're cutting restricted or hazardous materials.
All right, thank you. So now we have, can I see the machine in person and can I get a test cut?
I guess I must have gained weight. I'm standing in the way of the machine. There it is. I'll move my big belly and now you can see it. No, absolutely. We would love the opportunity to show you the machines. We would welcome any customer to come visit us at our headquarters in Washington. We're very proud of our manufacturing facility and our customer technology center that's right there in Kent, Washington. We are still open for visitors. I know there's lots of challenges and restrictions, and I know Washington's had some changing rules as well. But as health and travel allows, we welcome you at our facility. In addition, we can do virtual meetings and seminars. If you stay at your facility, we could use cameras and have video meetings and show you the machines. Or we have thousands of machines. Flow is very proud of our long history and the amount of machines that we have in service today, more than probably all of our competitors combined. So I guarantee you that within 30, 45 minutes of your shop, there's a machine that we can take you to go see, to show you the machine in person and see it firsthand, talk to an existing Flow customer about their experience with our company and the partnership that we offer, and the machines and how they perform, get hints and tips directly from the customer rather than taking the word of a sales guy. So absolutely, we'd love to show you a machine. And in addition, lastly, right here at Mid-Atlantic Machinery, we will always have a machine that's running, can do test cuts, and down there in southern states as well, with Duncan and Bill, they have machines at their facility as well as a huge customer base.
Thanks, Jody. And it looks like this is our last question. How do different garnet coarseness and grade affect the cuts?
So they definitely have an impact, and it is specific to your application. So the most standard, most common, most cost-effective abrasive size and type is 80 mesh. You could buy that from Barton. You can buy that from GMA. There are specific applications where you would use a finer abrasive. You would go up in grit to 120, 150, 180 mesh and beyond. And it really depends on your specific application and the quality of the cut that you need. But we would love to speak with you directly about what you're doing and how you're using the abrasive and the water jet, and make suggestions that are appropriate for your application.
Wonderful. Well, thank you, all three of you, for being here over the past 2 days. It's been great. If we did not get to any questions, feel free to sign up for a one-on-one session in the link that will be provided in the email after this session. Our next session will be at 3 o'clock with our crew, so we hope to see you there. And again, thank you guys for being here and for coming.
Have a good one, guys. No problem. Thank you.